evening, everyone. If you've been here the last couple of weeks, my name is Steve Frank, and I'm still the president of the Ojai West Rotary Club, and we'd like to welcome you this evening to the concert. It's good to have all you out here. I know some of you guys came from cooler temperatures up to here, so we appreciate that. Before we get started, does anybody need a sweater or blanket? Anyone? We don't have any. I got a hand back there. We don't have any, but we'll work with it. So, a couple of things. We do have a raffle. Well, two things. You've got people walking around with balloons for sale. I believe they're a quarter. So we will have our balloon parade here in a little bit. The other thing is there'll be raffle tickets. And if you've been here the last couple of weeks or any years before, you know that if you win the raffle, you get to conduct this fine group of musicians for their last number. And as an extra parting gift, you get to keep your wand. So I know that's big. So the tickets are $1 a piece, or the way Rotarians do math, we will give you 10 for $5. So that is that. And I think that's all the announcements I have this morning. We do want to thank you for coming out, and I'm going to turn it over now to our conductor, Laura Denny.
Don't get to conduct your son's solo.
So the only thing that I have to add is there's a list over here against the pole. If you hear something tonight that you like, and you'd like to hear it again on the last concert, put it on the list. If there's something that you remember from times past that you forgot to put on the list, put it on tonight, and I'll just tally them all up in the last concert. Actually, there's going to be too many, so the last two concerts I'll start putting in everybody's favorites. So welcome to all of my friends from Oxnard Shores, from Camarillo, from all over the place, and from Ojai. And now we're going to do the Ojai song with Tuba Tim Hansen.
He's in 10.
You all have your words. Hey, look at this. I'm can you hear me? I'm over here. Thank you.
She'll be in your lap, Nick.
I was reading about the man who wrote Amazing Grace. You his name is Nelson, although looking at my music, it's arranged by Mr. Dawson. He didn't write it. Anyway, the inspiration for this song, the man who wrote it was in the midst of ferrying slaves from Africa to South Carolina, and was caught in a terrible storm, almost lost his life, but found religion instead. Turned into a, I think, well, he turned into a minister. I'm not sure exactly what denomination, but became one of the strongest and staunchest abolitionists in America at the time. And in the process wrote the song Amazing Grace. If it was up to me, I think I'd just put them on automatic and just let them play. But I have to wave my arms, so I will. Our next song is Hootenanny, and you will probably recognize a few of these songs. I don't know. Frankie and Johnny? How about, Down by the Riverside? Lonesome Road? Maybe you will recognize all of these. Listen to our solo sections, because the composer gave some really neat things for the trumpets to do and the clarinets to do and everybody to do. So here we go for Hootenanny. So how many of you are new to our band concerts and have not experienced your music appreciation lesson yet? So I don't know. Pretty soon I'll stop telling the story about Jay Unger and why he wrote Ashokan Farewell, but since there's a handful of you out there who may not know, it really wasn't written for the Civil War PBS special. It was adapted for that. It was really written because Mr. Unger wanted to write something nice for the people at his fiddle and banjo camp to kind of leave them with a nice little song. So he wrote this song, and they all said, "Oh, that's very nice, thank you," and they all played it and everything and went home. And then somebody heard it from PBS, and that's all she wrote. So we think that this is truly a Civil War song because it was in the PBS special. It's not. But that's okay, because it's beautiful anyway. Ashokan Farewell. And if you haven't gotten your balloons yet, there's 2 songs before the balloon parade. seems like I'm on a South kick tonight. I don't know why. Kentucky, 1800 is our next one. So I've gone from, let's see, South Carolina slave ships to Ashokan Farewell to Kentucky 1800. Must be that book that I just read. Okay, so after it, we play Kentucky 1800. We'll have our balloon parade, so this is your last chance. I don't see a whole lot of balloons out there. I hope that some of you are just too lazy to get out of your chairs. But you're going to march anyway, because, you know, misery loves company, and I'm working this hard, so you should too. Claire Goodman wrote a bunch of music for concert band, and it's all just beautiful. How do you know if a piece is good or bad? Or as I listen to all this stuff, how do I pick the right stuff? Oh, I just throw it up in the air, whatever comes down, I choose it. No, you know, it's instrumentation, it's how he works the lines throughout the band, it's how he blends different sections of the band. Trumpets and clarinets sound different than trumpets and flutes, and clarinets and saxophone sound different together than somebody else. Claire Goodman was a master at doing this. So Kentucky 1800 is just a beautiful piece. I hope that you enjoy it, and some of the old folk songs from the South. Somebody just reminded me, just think we're in Florida right now.
right, it is that time for the balloon parade. So those of you who are going to participate in that, come on up and get situated. I'm going to take a minute and tell you about the person who's leading our parade this evening. If you've been around Ojai for any length of time, and particularly if you've been in the education system, then you know Connie Biggers as a distinguished teacher at Nordhoff High School for over 30 years. What you may not know, that since she retired, she's been busier than ever. She has been working with the Ojai American Legion Auxiliary, working with homeless veterans. She's been working on the Ventura County Stand Down program, which is actually going on this week. She came here after working there all day, getting ready for the veterans to come in to provide services to them, get them set up to get those services that they can't normally get. So she's working all week with that, and those folks come in this weekend. So she's been doing that. She's also been firing up the Ojai Women's Club and getting them back going again. So with that, Oakview, I'm sorry, what did I say? Oakview, yeah. So, and for those reasons, she was selected as a living treasure with the Rotary Clubs of Ojai for 2019-2020. So she will be leading our parade today.
I need more people up here. Come on.
You have a balloon, you're supposed to be up here now.
Even if you don't have a balloon, you should be up here.
You're supposed to be up here now.
No, we rescued her. She was already 5 or 6. And she was just beautiful, period. It was because of her ears that she got put in the
Hey, you got a balloon. Yeah.
because she wasn't, she is a pure breed, but because the look was not pure and simple. I'm not sure what the whole story is, but because she didn't have the right to grow. And we found it. So, cool. She does. Whoa. Did you hit record on that? Where is it? Silver button.
Where?
Oh. That one.